So I'm going to try to keep this short and catch us up on some time here. We had some great stories, so how about this Super Saturday, right? Woo! From Nissan to Joanne to both of theirs, these stories have been awesome. How many of you are here for the first time at your first Super Saturday? That's awesome, a lot of you. You guys don't even understand, and you will as I continue through this, how big events are. Live events are huge. It's a big part of what changed my business. And how many of you went to Summit this year? Woo! Yes, it was awesome. How many of you have your ticket for Summit next year? Woo! That's great. Any of you that don't, I highly encourage you go, and I'm not sure if it's sold out or not, but if it is, get on the wait list. If not, get your ticket because it's going to change your life. So here, I don't have a little clicker, huh? Oh dear. Well, this is really going to be quick then. No, okay, so I started a little something that you guys need to know about me. And you need to know this because you have a lot of customers that come to you in this position and they think that they need to wait a certain amount of time before they can start. Is that I started this business 25 weeks pregnant. I started this business, I was not a customer. I didn't drink Shakeology. I had no idea what anything was. I started this business simply because of the business opportunity. So at 25 weeks pregnant, I was working full-time as a hairstylist. I was terrified for a couple reasons. One, I was terrified because for 25 weeks, I had been able to, I didn't think I was going to get emotional at this part, I've never shared this publicly. I had been able to say that I was not suffering from an eating disorder anymore. And it was because of my son. And I was also terrified. I was terrified because what was going to happen after I had him. So fitness and health were really important to me. And the other thing I was terrified about was that I couldn't afford to go to the gym anymore. So I thought I was going to lose myself. So I was going to the gym and I was paying $75 a month just to go twice a week to be with Christina Sullins. Have you ever turbo kicked with her? Because she's amazing, right? I go half of it's turbo kick, half of it's Christina. I reached out to her at 25 weeks pregnant and I was so scared and I said, Christina, I can't go to your class anymore. And inside I'm like, please tell me that you teach somewhere else and I can give you $5, right? And I'll come, can I come to your house? You do it private for me? Like, I need to be around you and I need this in my life because I'm scared, I don't know what's going to happen. I went to her more with the fear of what was going to happen with my health. But what happened was she told me I could do turbo kick at home. I could do it at home. She told me all about it. This was all over Facebook message, by the way. She kept telling me to get on the phone with her, but I wouldn't because I didn't want to talk on the phone. I just wanted her to tell me what to do. So she told me about Shakeology, and instantly I was in. I loved it. It was great. She told me it was $180, and I was her big money objection for the night. I can't afford the gym. I don't know how I'm gonna put my son through daycare. I can't buy this, I don't have that money. So she, of course, said, well, I do have an opportunity for you to save some money and possibly earn back. If I send you this video, will you watch it? So I said, yes, I'll watch it tomorrow. I don't have time right now. So she sends it to me, and I specifically remember I'm sitting at our counter, my husband's sitting across from me, and he's looking at me like, what do you have up your sleeve now, right? Because I'm always looking for that next best thing. I've always had 2 to 3 jobs. I'm always trying to grow in everything I do. I was a hairstylist for 13 years before I was able to retire. I was a teacher in there. I was constantly, whatever I'm doing, I'm a ruby, emerald. I need to be up there. I need to be at the top. I need to be doing the best I can. So I was watching it. I said, I'm just gonna watch 10 minutes and we'll go to bed. I watched 10 minutes. I watched 30 minutes, I watched 45 minutes, I watched 60 minutes. And I messaged Christina right then and I said, I need to do what you're doing. And she goes, wait, what? I thought I was sharing this with you because of the discount, right? And I said, wait, I was so embarrassed. Can I not do what you're doing? She said, yes, you can. Do you want to talk on the phone? No, I don't want to talk on the phone. Just tell me what to do. Just sign me up. So I enrolled because all of a sudden I magically had $180. Isn't it funny how that happens? So I had $180, I enrolled. My husband is sitting up here right now. He never questioned me. He knew we were tight on money. We have 2 older boys and from a previous marriage, so we have a lot of things going on, a lot of finances, a lot of things going out. And he never questioned and said, are we going to be able to do this? He just believed in me. So from day one, I took off. I was able to be a Success Club starter at 25 weeks pregnant. I was able to have a paid maternity leave that I was not going to have because I couldn't get that as being a hairstylist. I was only going to be able to take 4 weeks off, and because of Beachbody, I took 13 weeks off. I had $3,000 set aside before, and I was paid all throughout. I was able to hit Emerald at 62 days, and my business was really going, and I was pregnant. But that is what inspired people, is that I was real. I wasn't trying to sell them anything. I was just inspiring them by the fact that I was still going to do this no matter what, no matter where I was in my journey, and I was going to share it. So that's huge. If you take anything today, it's that you need to be yourself. You need to embrace where you are. It's not up there, I had a quote up there. You need to embrace the journey and where you are and not compare yourself to others, because that's what makes you so special. So I had my son, everything was great, but everything changed just like Shannon was sharing. There comes a point in every single one of your businesses that you're going to hit a dip. If you haven't read The Dip, it's a great book to read. You're going to hit it, you're just going to, and it's going to make or break you. You're gonna swim out, or you're gonna sink to the bottom, and you have to make that decision. So in November, I went back to work full-time, opposite schedule of my husband, with 2 boys that live an hour away, and he's doing a lot with them, a newborn, and I was getting really depressed. I didn't hit Success Club in December, I didn't hit it in January, and quite frankly, I did not care at all. I forgot everything. I forgot my why, but luckily, I always have it with me now. This is my son's buffalo. Every time I speak, I hold something of his, because that's truly what fuels me. And that's what you need to find, is what fuels you. And you need to keep it with you, because that is what's going to change everything in your business. So in February of 2014, I went to a live event just like you, and I sat in the chairs just like you. And I listened to Christina, who I was terrified to talk to. But I listened to her stand up here, and she had all of her diamonds next to her, and all of her diamonds were going to give one certificate out to someone in their team that did something really great. And I knew I had worked really hard, and I knew I deserved that recognition, and I knew I'm a Ruby, I want that, right? I want Christina to think I'm the best. And I stood there, and she had one certificate to give out. And I thought, she has to know how hard I've been working. She has to know how much I want this. She has to know how much this one little piece of paper would mean to me. But she didn't. And I didn't deserve it. And that was the smack in the face I needed. So in March, I joined her Push to Diamond group. I said, tell me what to do and I'll do it. She said it a million times. If any of you watch her videos, the coaches that say, tell me what to do and I'll do it, you want to do that and you want to run with them. They're going to do what they need to do, and you just need to tell them and support them and work with the willing. So I joined her Push to Diamond after a week of consistency with power houring. Now, I had a lot of consistency in the beginning. I had been gone for a couple months, but after that week, I was able to hit diamond. I remember I felt so cool because I was the first one in the group, and I won an iPad, and I felt really special. It was much better than that piece of paper. And I hit diamond, and I was all in. At that point, the belief came back. I was proud of myself. I was happy. I knew that I had accomplished something, and that there was only more to come. And what happened was I made a decision that day. I think Shannon said this too. I made a decision, and I remember saying to my husband, because I kept going back and forth in my head, is this for me? Can I really do this? Can I really do this? And I finally figured it out. I said, Rob, I have to do this because there's no other option. My only option is success. And when I removed failure, why am I so emotional? I'm not pregnant. When I removed failure off of the table, when I removed it off of the table and I only saw success, it was like all of my fears went away, all of the stress went away. I wasn't so hard on myself anymore because it was okay. No matter what I did, it didn't matter, because even if I wasn't successful tomorrow or a month from now or 3 months from now, someday I'd be successful. So with that mindset, that was March of 2014, at exactly 1 year, in June of 2014, so 1 year into my business, I was able to go part-time. That was amazing, but I knew I wanted more after I had that little taste. I never thought I'd stay at home, but once you work from home, it's different. You still have that purpose. There's something more, and being at home is just the best thing ever. So fast forward, I went to Summit that year. Summit changed everything for me. Live events, it kind of gets you from one point to the next. It lights that fire over and over again. So from June of 2014 until June of 2015, in June of 2015, this last year, I was able to reduce my hours again. And I realize now that I could have quit. But I was scared because I worked 13 years to be the best hairstylist that I could be, and to be one of the highest ranked at my salon, and to have all of the certificates that I had. How could I let that go? Well, Rob told me, Lindsay, you've worked hard. We can handle this. You need to quit. And I'm like, 2017. A couple months goes by. Lindsay, it's time to quit. You need to see this. It took someone else telling me what I needed to hear, and he finally, I don't even know what he said. He's like, all right, fine, I'll give you until October. And like the next day, I'm like, I'm quitting on Thursday. He's like, okay. So I went, September 11th was my final day working as a hairstylist. It was after 2.5 years. I have not missed it at all, if anyone is wondering. It was after 2.5 years in the business. I did, in that time, earn 6 figures as a whole. So since then, I will tell you that we don't struggle financially. We're doing a lot. I don't know if I'm able to really share one thing publicly because we haven't shared yet, but we just did have a wonderful purchase for our family in the future. We're doing a lot, and are we 100% comfortable? No, but it's a work in progress, and we always will be. We're continuously growing. Rob works the business now as well. He's a full believer. He was from day one. And it all came from a live event and from deciding that failure wasn't an option of mine. So you need to leave here today, and you need to understand that I am just like you. I know they told you my stats before, and it might seem like I'm way down the road from you, but I'm not. I'm just like you. When I'm sitting in that chair, I'm freaking out because I have to get up here and talk in a minute, even though I've done it a few times, right? And I'm just like you. I have a hard time setting my schedule. I have a hard time reading personal development every day, getting up and making sure I get things done. But when you just decide, that's a big word, can you tell? When you just decide that is what your future is, and that you deserve it, and that's the only option, no matter what it is, then you're going to succeed. Thank you. Woo!